So transitioning in our mindfulness and daily life class to the seated yoga. I'm recording this now, so it will be available to you later. And so we just simply continue to sit, but now focus on the body. And as we do the different motions and poses and movements, just be aware of how the body feels and maybe any thoughts or emotions that you have as we move through the actual practice. But now moving from sitting meditation to a gentle seated yoga. And so we're going to begin simply by breathing, but also envisioning, sort of a visualization of a breathing, of inhaling and feeling a rising, and then an exhaling, feeling yourself being grounded on your seat. So inhale, the spine lengthens, and then on the exhale, settling into the seat. In Tai Chi, we envision a ball of light in the lower belly, and then on the inhale, moving to the top of the head, and then exhaling back down to that center of energy. But just envisioning it almost as if it's light, moving up the spine to the top of the head, and then back, centering you down. And if you'd like to, you can take both of your hands and place them on your lower belly. And as you inhale, notice the expansion of the lower belly as that visualization goes to the top of your head. And then on the exhale, moving back down. And the navel draws gently toward the spine. So it's an active breathing. At your own pace. And just notice how the body feels at concentrating on the breathing. And after the next exhale, bring your hands just to your upper thighs, and we're going to do some neck movements that just help to open up the muscles in the neck. So we're going to inhale, straight spine. On the exhale, turn the head to one side. Inhale back to center. Exhale the other way. And just notice the sensations this creates. Inhale back to center. Exhaling, turn. Just continue on your own, inhaling to center and exhaling on the turn. And just pay attention to what you feel. Just make it a very smooth transition, being gentle with the neck, where we can carry lots of tension. And when you're done with the turning of the head, come back to center. And we're going to inhale and look up at the ceiling and let the mouth just fall open, feeling the neck muscles. And then exhale, draw the chin to the chest, maybe feeling the muscles in the back of the neck, the back. Inhale again, looking up. And exhaling, bringing the chin to the chest. One more. And then bring the head up to center. And we're going to just do some neck half circles, because sometimes doing a full circle is a little bit hard on the neck. So we're going to inhale and exhale, bring the ear to the shoulder, and then allow the head to just come around. And then inhale, exhale as you drop the head. Inhale. And just notice any cracks or pops that you might be hearing. And then bring the chin down toward the chest. And then inhale back up. And we're going to do a seated cat and cow just to help to warm up the low spine. So you might want to hold on to the, push yourself away from the chair a little bit. And when we inhale, we're going to open the chest and look up, and exhale, curl the spine almost as if you're bringing your back toward the back of the chair. So inhaling, opening, and then exhale, rounding and closing. This is a really, really good type of exercise to do if you're feeling a little bit tired or you're feeling like you've been sitting too long before you get up. So what we're doing is we're moving the large muscles just gradually. We're adding a little bit more. But all of the time being aware of the body. And now on the next inhale, draw the shoulder blades together, almost like wings, bringing your elbows close to the body. And then on the exhale, relax it all. We're going to do that one more time. Draw the shoulder blades together. And then exhale. And then come to center. And you can let your hands just fall. And we're going to do shoulder shrugs. So inhale up, exhale down, relaxing the shoulders. So on the inhale, you're feeling just that little bit of tension as you bring the shoulders up toward the ear, and then a relaxation as you exhale down. Just following your breath. Just two more. And now we're going to do some side bends. And so you can hold on to the chair if you'd like to. So inhale, up, and make it a stretch, bending over, and then exhale down. Inhale the other side, and really feeling that stretch through the side body. These are really wonderful, large muscle openings. We won't look. Inhale. You can hear that on the recording and you're going to giggle. Exhale. We're all friends here. And nobody else gets to hear this one. And one more on each side. Really feeling a space. And sometimes that's all we need in the course of our day, is to know that we've got some space to breathe into and maybe even to explore, and then come back to center. And we're going to do some upper body twists. So we're going to bring the arms up And then on the exhale, we're going to twist to the side. You can take both hands and place them on the arm of the chair. And then inhale back up. And notice as you do these movements, it's very, very gentle. And this is a good digestive exercise because you're twisting those organs on the upper body. This particular practice you could do in the morning as a way of just awakening all of the muscles, the joints. And you could do it even laying in bed if you want to. You'd have to just do a little bit of a variation. And just one more on each side. Exhale as you turn, just like you're getting rid of all of that air as you turn. And then arms back up on an inhale. And now listen carefully. Just let the hands float down. If you touch your neighbor, do it gently. And now bringing the hands up. Now we're going to start to work with some other motions. So we're doing wrist rolls, going in one direction. And we may hear you may hear mine creaking on this recording. And then stop that direction and bring them back. Just making small circles. And then bring your hands, palms out right in front of you, and bring the fingers up and turn the hand so the fingers are down. And then bring the fingers up and down. Inhale. This is really working with the joints of the wrist. And think if any type of work that you do with your wrists, this is really helpful. Now turn your hands over so that the palms are up. Bring your fingers together and bring your fingers to your shoulders. So inhale out, open, exhale, close. And this is working with the elbow joints. Exhale. Relax your shoulders as you do this. Two more. Being present in your body. Notice if there's any fatigue setting in. Exhale. Now keep your fingers here at your shoulders. We're going to inhale and then exhale. Open the chest. This is good for the rotator cuffs. And then try to bring your elbows together if you can. Then inhale. Exhale. Inhale, open, exhale, close. Notice if there's any fatigue because we're really working on some strengthening here. Exhale. Two more. And then just relax. Notice how the body feels at this point. And you can make some gentle movements if you'd like, because we were really expending some energy. Now we're going to pick fruit. So we're going to reach and bring the hand down. Reach and bring the hand down. Reach and hand down. Reach and bring the hand down. Reach and hand down. Exhaling down, inhaling up. Two more. One on each side. Now we're going to do some lower body. So if you want to even give yourself a little more room, we're going to start with the ankles. And so we're going to, with one foot, point the toe and then bring the heel down on one foot. Point the toe, heel down. Point the toe, heel down. One more. Point the toe, heel down. Then the other side, other foot. Point the toe, heel down. Point the toe. So it's inhale on the point, exhale, heel. And complete that. And then we're going to do some ankle rolls. So roll your ankle to the outside. Once again, we might hear some cracks and pops, and you know, this is a very safe way to do this. So this entire sequence today is going to be seated. We're not even going to stand up, because I think it's good to have a recording where you really know you can be safe sitting in a chair. Now, turn the ankle inward, an inward circle. Really feeling the whole foot. Notice if you can really feel, oh, I can feel my whole foot. And then put that foot down. The other foot, make the circle to the outside. When you pay attention to these movements like this, very mindfully, you might notice something about your body that if you were watching a video or if you were maybe listening to music, you might not pay attention to. That's why we do this without any music. And now, circle the foot inward. And what we're doing, we're lubricating all of the joints too with what's called synovial fluid, which helps with the ease of motion. So especially in the morning, when everything's been pretty still, it's good to do these. And then complete. And now we're going to do leg extensions. So we're going to inhale. We're going to extend the foot. Exhale. Bring it back down. Same leg again. If you can, if this creates any type of pain or sensation that doesn't feel safe, you can think it. And that's the thing about these gentle yoga recordings, is you don't have to do everything, but if you think it, you're thinking about your body moving and being in your body. For example, if you've had a knee replacement and you're not supposed to do it without being at physical therapy, you know, you can just think it. One more, and hold it. And flex your foot so your toes are coming back toward your face, and just notice how that feels, and then leave it go. Now the other leg. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. And even if you can't do a movement, the breathing is going to be almost as beneficial. One more. Now we're going to do raising the knee toward the chest, and only do this as far as you feel you can do it. So picking up, putting the hands underneath the upper thigh, draw the knee up, and then leave it go. Other side. And a little trick to this is if you do it at a wee bit of an angle, like bringing the knee over, you're actually engaging your hip socket. And so instead of any impingement, you're using the full range of motion. Inhale. Actually, exhale as you bring it up. Inhale down. Exhale. Bring it down. One more. And you might find if you do this particular recording in the evening, it might be easier than the morning. One more. and this is it. And now, hip rotations, and this is only if this feels okay in your body. We're going to pick up the knee, or the upper thigh, and make a rotation to the outside. You're using that ball and socket like you have in your shoulder. Of course, we can't do this with a knee because that's a joint that only goes in one direction. Now, stop and bring it the other way. And notice how that feels. And bring that leg down. And the other leg, bring it up and rotate it to the outside. And if it has any sensations for you, just pay attention to those. And maybe be curious about it. One side might feel different. Now switch directions so you bring it in. So we've worked about just every joint and then let it drop. Now a little bit of coordination. So we're going to lift one hand and then straighten the same leg and release. Other side, inhale, exhale gently. One more on each side. And you might find yourself feeling warm, and that's okay. And now we're going to do it the opposite. So this is coordination. So raise a hand and raise the opposite leg. You have to think. Hand, opposite leg. Inhale. This is far enough in the practice that you should be pretty warmed up. One more after this, and then, and now we're just going to do some large circles, inhaling, and bring the energy down. Inhale, big circles. This is big arm motions, because this is the beginning of the cool down. Bring everything in. Very similar to the breathing we did at the beginning, inhaling up, drawing everything down. We're going to do 2 more of these. Inhale up, exhale down, and 1 more. Exhale down. And now we're just simply going to sit in Shavasana, which is the relaxation pose, allowing the breath to just be normal and just being aware of your body. Any tingling, any feelings of movement, maybe even though you've stopped, you're still feeling some movement. And so now we're going to transition immediately into sitting meditation. So if you'd like to pull your chair back in, I'm going to continue to record this so you can use this at home if you'd like to, and use it as a sequence from the yoga to a sitting meditation. So again, we begin. So again, taking your seat and knowing that you're sitting in a dignified but not stiff posture. Allow your shoulders to relax. And we're just going to do an awareness of the body. And so beginning with both feet, feeling them against the floor, perhaps in your shoes. Moving to your ankles. And then moving up the legs to the shins, to the calves, even to the bone. And then moving up to your knee, and then the back of the knees, and the joint of the knees. And just becoming aware of your upper thighs on the top where your hands are resting. And then the back of the thighs that are resting against the chair. And all the way up to the hip area where there's the hinge that's allowing you to sit. And then take in the legs as a whole, all the way down to the feet, and then from the feet all the way up to the pelvis. Feeling the lower body, bringing attention to this whole area. And coming back, bringing the attention to the pelvic region, where the legs attach at the hips, and to the back side that is resting on the chair, and the front and the belly area that you might be aware of the movement as we breathe. Then moving up the front of the torso from the areas of digestion to the chest, to the lungs, to the heart, all the way up to the shoulders. And then moving your attention to your back, to the shoulder blades, and to the spine, moving all the way down. And now bring your attention to your hands as they rest against your legs, each finger, the wrists, the forearms, and the elbows, and the upper arms, up under the armpits and up to the shoulders. And then take in the arms as a whole, from fingertips up to the shoulders and then down again. And from the base of the pelvis all the way up to the neck. Maybe even feeling the heart beating as you keep your attention focused. And now moving up to the front of the neck, the soft part, and to the back of the neck, the cervical spine, to the base of the skull, moving up the skull to the top of the head. And bringing your attention back to the face and feeling the chin, the lips, the cheeks, the ears, the nose, the eyes and the eyelids, the eyebrows, and the forehead, again up to the top of the head. And then just allow your attention to do a scan from the top of the head to the neck and back up. And this time, scan from the top of the head all the way through the entire body to the bottoms of your feet, and then bring that scan back up. And just do that another 2 times, or however much you would like to do it, to just be aware of this body that has carried you throughout your life as it's sitting here, as a whole. And now, as you're aware of your body, notice if there are any sensations and allow yourself to rest your attention there with curiosity. Perhaps it's an ache or a pain or a feeling of hot or tingling. But without judging it, just rest your attention with it and see if you can just allow it to be. And as you're sitting here, again become aware of the body breathing. And just the rise and the fall of the breath. And if you sense any tension in either the breath or the body, see if you can allow a softness to come to it, a relaxation. And again, if the mind wanders off a bit, which the mind tends to do, either come back to the breath or come back to the sense of the entire body sitting here. Don't try to force it. Just allow whatever is going to be here to be. And treat this time kindly, as if welcoming yourself. Just allowing everything to be the way it is. It is what it is. And that's what being present is all about. And so as we come to the end of this time of practice, this seamless continuity of practice, I'd like to share a poem with you by David Whyte. It's entitled, Enough. Enough. These few words are enough. If not these words, this breath, if not this breath, this sitting here, this opening to the life we have refused again and again until now. Until now. And so opening your eyes and realizing that you have just sat in meditation for almost 45 minutes. And I'm going to stop the recording.